Welcome to Top Sports Talk, presented to you by Top Sports News. I am your host, Caleb Jenrette, and next to me, as always, is my co-host, Isaac Deer. Isaac, how you doing today?
You know exactly how I'm doing, sir. You know exactly how I'm doing. You know, something special happened last night. I don't know if you've heard. I don't know. It could be. You may have not heard, but the Kansas City Chiefs are yet again on the highest of mountaintops of professional football. They are the world champs once again. The Eagles gave us too much time. I'm going to say us today. I'm going to say us as in I took part of this game. They gave us way too much time. Chiefs seal the deal. We're back, baby. No more Joe Burrow. No more Josh Allen. No more Lamar Jackson. No more this, that, and this and that. That conversation is now dead. Tom Brady's retired. The new GOAT is number 15. Hey, baby. The gunslinger from Texas Tech, Patrick Lavon Mahomes II, is the new GOAT. So, we can go wherever you want with this. I mean, if we had a Top Sports Talk Patrick Mahomes podcast, probably talk for 5 hours straight too. But we got business to take care of here. We got business to do. So let's give our local athletes some praise, like I've been giving here for the last minute or so. So let's do it. Let's get down to business, Caleb.
Yes, we are a day late, obviously, because of the big game on Sunday, the Rihanna concert. So yeah, that's why this video is coming out Tuesday morning. But still the same content. We're still going to talk about all of last week's sporting events. So we want to thank our sponsors, Invista Credit Union and Family Guidance Center, for continuing to sponsor Top Sports News. And shout out to the ticker. Keep using it. It's a really good tool for all the good games. Starting it off, getting some bowling. The Trojan boys and the Highland Park girls won the Highland Park Bowling Quad. Topeka High won its first meet of the year with a 2,348 team score, while the girls, the Highland Park, took the victory, a 1,792 to 1,718 victory over Topeka High. So Topeka High almost completes the sweep, but can't quite do it. The Scots take the girls' side.
Yeah, big win for the Topeka High boys, getting their first win of the year over who was that? Washington, I think. Maybe. I don't know. That was, I'm thinking about last Wednesday. That was a while ago. My brain doesn't last that long, but Topeka High did get a really good win. That starts off with Austin Mitchell, man. He took top honors, first place. 635 series. That was his first win of the year as well, along with the team getting that team win. Right behind Austin Mitchell was Thomas Patterson, and he finished just 11 pins behind his teammate with a 624 series, and that was good enough to get him a second place individual finish, if I can speak. Second place finish. So yeah, that was those two top bowlers absolutely rolled well. And for the girls, like you said, Highland Park took that win. They edged Topeka High, and they were led by Renee Spinner. Great bowling name, by the way. Renee Spinner. That is fantastic stuff. Oh, man, it was meant to be. 511 series for Spinner. And then her teammate, Corinna Roberts, took a fourth place finish for Highland Park with a 470 series. But Highland Park, great win. Topeka High boys, great win, making the capital city proud. But it was a great day over at Gage Bowl. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I got to see some great bowling. Hayden was there as well. Yeah, a lot of fun. I had a great time. I love bowling, man. It's the best. It is the best. I love bowling so much.
Bowling is super fun. Now,
yes,
we talk about some more bowling.
Yes.
The Seaman boys beat Washburn Rural in the Washburn Rural Triangular, while the girls also beat Washburn Rural in the same triangular. Boys won 2,811 to 2,751, while the girls won 2,244 to 2,174. So Seaman completes the sweep.
and this one was circled. I was jealous of Pistol on this one. Rick Peterson, he was there for that one. That was, I mean, you get two of the top teams in all classes in the state happen to be in the same city with Washburn Rural and Seaman. But yeah, let's start out with the boys, Caleb. Epic matchup between Riley Parkhurst of Seaman, he's a junior, and then Washburn Rural sophomore Tyler Farrow. Parkhurst got Farrow by 1 pin. And this score, keep in mind, 727 to 726. That is insanity. I mean, that is a great game. And they were lane by lane, they're right next to each other so they can keep track of who had what score. So I mean, what a matchup. I know Farrow lost by one singular pin. But man, and Farrow also had a 6-pin lead going into that final game. So Parkhurst rolled a 237, 224, and a 266. So 237 for the first, 224 for the second, 266 for the third. And then Farrow had a 231, 236, and 259 score at the end. I mean, it's just sensational stuff by both of those bowlers. But 1-pin final for 727 and 726 matches, insane. But yeah, for the boys side, absolute insanity, a lot of fun. Seaman gets the edge on that, like you said, by 2,811 to 2,751. And then the girls, it was a kind of a close matchup with Washburn Rural as well, that 2,244 to 2,174. But Seaman's, I mean, the what stood out to me the most was Jalen Thetford's performance to take the individual title. Not a perfect day for Thetford, not even close to a perfect day, but the ending was perfect. Thetford bowled a 133 series in game one. Not great for her standards, but in the second game, got better, bowled a 194, and then finished the third and final series with a 265 score, which gave her a 592 total series. And that was good enough for first place. So despite having a slow start in the beginning, finished strong. Had, the second series was improved, and then the third series was great. So terrific stuff there by Thetford and Seaman overall as a team. But yeah, really just crazy performances over at Westridge Lanes last Wednesday. So Pistol had a good one, definitely, for both boys and girls. I was a little envious, but I also had fun while I was at Gage Bowl. So yeah, go bowling.
Well, shout out to the bowlers. Moving over to swimming. Washburn Rural went into the league swimming meet with a it was a 3-year Centennial League record. So they had won it 3 years in a row. Had it broken this year by Manhattan, losing 431 to 375. But still look good.
Yeah, when I was at the city meet a couple of weeks ago, the city title where all the city schools swim at Capital Federal Natatorium and compete there for the city title. Washburn Rural, whenever I interviewed Broganmeyer and Jack Miranda, two standout swimmers, which I'll get to in a second, and the coach there, they all said that Manhattan was going to be its toughest battle with league coming up. And there you have it. Manhattan snaps that 3-year streak of Washburn Rural on top. It was 431, 375, I think, was the total margin that Manhattan won by. But as usual, Broganmeyer, Jack Miranda, outstanding performances yet again. 2 individual wins and a relay victory together in the league meet. They won five total events. Broganmeyer won the 100-yard freestyle with a 48.79 second time and the 100-yard backstroke with a 55.76 time. And then Jack Miranda won the 200-yard freestyle at the 1 minute 46 second time. 146. Here we go again. It's like cross country. 146.47. I'm just gonna say that. And then the 500-yard freestyle, 453.69. So we're just gonna go. I'm done naming numbers now. We're never doing this again. I'm just gonna dot. We're just gonna say the numbers as is. But yet again, Brogan Meyer, Jack Miranda, two of the top swimmers, I think, in the state. They've had terrific years this year, and I'm excited to see what they do at state. But yeah, those guys were great. Washburn Rural, great as a team, terrific. Just fell short for the league title, but Manhattan's team always is good. Always is good. And Manhattan and Washburn Rural always seem to be 1A, 1B. So this year, Manhattan gets the edge. But yeah, great performances overall by Washburn Rural.
Yeah, 100%. Sticking with Washburn Rural, the Junior Blues won a 4th straight regional girls wrestling championship. They had a lot of individual titles. 105-pound Kristen Rizak, 125-pound Addie Broxterman, 130 Lakeland Clark, 145 Madison Davison, and 235 Sophia Ross. 10 wrestlers qualified for state for the Junior Blues for February 22nd to 23rd. So got some time, but that's a lot of wrestlers. 10 wrestlers is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Everything Washburn Rural girls wrestling team does is absolutely ridiculous. They're just every meet, every big time event, Washburn Rural always comes in clutch. And you said 10 qualified wrestlers. That's good stuff from Damon Parker's team yet again, but 225 to 135 margin over Wichita North, not necessarily close. I mean, what can we say? I mean, the greatness of Addie Broxterman and Rizak and Lakeland Clark, and I mean, the names go on and on when it comes to who we see having big impacts week in and week out. But I think Washburn Rural's confidence, rightfully so, should be extremely high heading to state on February 22nd at Park City. That might be a drive. It's not familiar.
Park City. I think I want to say that's by Wichita, but
Yeah.
Park City by Valley Center. So yeah, by Wichita. Pretty south.
Geography talk show. I love it. Just trying to figure out where things are and everything else. I'm not too familiar with the Wichita area. I grew up northeast Kansas, Johnson County, baby. But yeah, no, back to the wrestling, man. Washburn Rural. Just keeps on keeping on. They just dominate every week. And but a big congratulations to all the wrestlers that qualified for the Junior Blues once again. 4 straight regional championships for the girls. So big shout out there. And I know Washburn Rural Girls Wrestling also watches the show. So also big shout out there. Thank you for doing that.
You guys.
We love you guys. Thank you.
The best. Big time matchups coming up in that Park City State tournament. Washburn Rural is ranked number 2. Dodge City's ranked number 1 in girls wrestling. Addie Broxterman's ranked number 2. Dodge City's Ariana De La Rosa ranked number 1. So excited to see those matchups because those are going to be really good. Going over to small school wrestlers, though.
Yes.
There's a bunch of small school qualifiers as well with the girls, with Elena Wolf from Hayden, Carly Holmes from Silver Lake, Kira Laycock from Rossville, Kendra Hurla, Regional Wrestler of the Year from Rossville, Regan Wannell from Rossville, and Haley Horton from Rossville as well.
Yeah, I mean, we can start off with the I think 2-time state champion Kendra Hurla punching her ticket once again. I mean, she's got a shot for three state titles with the 120-pound class with the regional championship. Obviously that's impressive enough. Kendra Hurla is, I mean, absolutely amazing. State-wise, she gets talked about a lot. We should talk about her more on this show because Kendra Hurla is legit. There's just so much wrestling going on right now. But I'm glad we're able to talk about Kendra Hurla and Kira Laycock, because Laycock 30-1 on the season. Boy. I think Laycock also took a 4-0 decision over Wellsville's Kenny Stevenson in the 115-pound final. Kendra Hurla 23-1. Man, I tell you what, Rossville, every way, shape, and form, Rossville does have the dogs from top to bottom. They're always going. But big shout out to Rossville there. We got wrestling now. I mean, we got football. They're great at football. They're great at wrestling. They're really good at basketball. And hey, Rossville, small school. I'm from a small school. I don't understand how you guys keep doing this every year because like we
It's
run
tough.
out of people fast in small towns. We run out of people fast. Like like the population's this, but every time Rossville in all sports has so much buy-in from everybody. It's incredible. But yeah, big shout out to all the wrestlers that qualified. But yeah, Rossville just cooking, man. Silver Lake as well. Let's go.
Yeah, really looking forward to the boys as well. Regional wrestling this weekend. Seeing who gets over there. There's going to be some really good matches, and excited to watch them. Shawnee Heights and Seaman as well go 1-2 in regional, and they combine for 18 state qualifiers. So some ridiculous wrestling, just some ridiculous wrestling on this front.
Yeah, let's keep talking about it, man. Let's do it. Shawnee Heights senior, 190 pounder Lily Blair, the lone individual champion for the T-Birds, but 6 runner-up finishes 2/3 in the 4th place, propels them to 173 to 147.5 margin over Seaman, who hosted the regional. Also pretty cool. But yeah, Shawnee Heights and Seaman all year, man. It's just been back and forth, back and forth. So congratulations. 18 state qualifiers out of that regional. So super cool stuff going on in the capital city, man. I love it.
Yeah, wrestling's looking real good. But moving over to the basketball court, the War on 24 is back. War on 24 is back, and Silver Lake still looks really good. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Silver Lake's really good. Silver Lake girls are really, really good. They beat Rossville 76-61. The Silver Lake boys are also really good. They beat Rossville 58-41. So Eagles sweep this one.
It's an Eagles sweep. Yeah. Birds with the win. Hey, Caleb. Hey, buddy. The last time we had an episode, this was 2 days before the last updated state rankings. We complained. We bickered. We were like, why is Silver Lake ranked so low? I mean, not low. They're still a top 10 team in the state, but why are they ranked so low? You know what happened 2 days later? They get a boost. They get a boost. They get a big boost. They move up from 6 to 3. Now they're a top 3 team in the state. I think they're 2, but state says they're 3, but that's better than 6, in my opinion, because Caleb and I will die on that hill. I mean, we're like, what? This is just disrespectful at this point, but I digress. Let's talk about the game. The girls, 76-61 victory. Huge. The game wouldn't be as convincing without their star center, Mackenzie McDaniel, putting in that work.
As always.
Oh, yeah, man. Mackenzie McDaniel, 29 points in the win, including 20 points in the second half. Man, I tell you what, Silver Lake team, man, they are just keep getting better and better. Each week, Eagles are now 16-1, 7-1 in the Mid East League. But that game was pretty convincing. Silver Lake opened up the first quarter with a 22-8 lead, which was the ultimate difference maker for the game. And then from that first quarter on is a 54-53 game. So Rossville hanging in there close. Cabrin Kruger and McKinley Kruger had 12 points each to join Mackenzie McDaniel in double figures. Rossville got 18 points from freshman Riley Dick, who's been absolutely spectacular this year, as well as Emma Mitchell and Kinsey Pirine, who added 14 points. Those 3 have been lights out this year. I think for anybody that follows that team, those teams, they can agree that, those players are all impact players in their own way. And with some really important games coming up in a couple weeks, they're going to need all of it. But like you said, with the boys, 58-41 win for Silver Lake against Rossville, and they avenged its 7-point loss to Rossville earlier in the year with a convincing 17-point win over the Dogs. Friday's game was, it was still tight at the end of the start or the end of the third quarter, excuse me, end of the third quarter, Silver Lake held a 43-36 advantage before Silver Lake closed it with a 15-5 advantage over the final 8 minutes. So they kind of ran away at the end. Dane Johnson, who I love watching play, he's a freshman. He had 16 points. Dane Johnson's electric, man. He can shoot. He can definitely shoot beyond the perimeter. I love watching that guy. The future is limitless with this Silver Lake team. They got a lot of young kids, great bench pieces as well. They're really starting to put it together here. Dane Johnson had 16 points. Troy Hyman, we know, football stud, Washburn signee, 14 points, and Elijah Lopez with 13 points as well. So great win for Silver Lake against a really pesky and tough Rossville team.
Yeah, 100%. In those games, you never know. 1-24 could go either way anytime. Seaman boys beat the number 8 ranked Chargers 48-40 in a big time UKC league game. And the Seaman girls also win 60-28 over T West as they just continue to dominate teams. It's just ridiculous.
It is just ridiculous, man. With the boys, Topeka West won that first matchup against Siemens 74-64. They get healthy Aaron Davis back, healthy Caden Bonner back, which is the difference maker for Seaman. It's proven that those two guys are vital for this defending state champs team. Caden Bonner, game wrecker, Aaron Davis, game wrecker. Those two guys are absolutely fantastic at basketball. They are good at the basketball, Kayla. Both of those guys, they need them badly. Aaron Davis in the post, he could shoot threes. Caden Bonner as well, extreme ball handler, 3-point dagger artist. Those guys, those two they can be starting in any team in all classes in the state. Those guys are great. In terms of how the game went, Topeka West had a 3-1 lead at the very beginning of the game, and that was the last lead that they had. Seaman for an 8-point victory, it was Seaman had the lead for the rest of the way. And on the night in general, Aaron Davis, we just talked about him, 14 points, 6 of 10 shooting, not too shabby. And then Caden Bonner, he was 50% from the floor. He scored 13. Briar Finley had 10. But just overall, it's a good win. It's a good road win against top 10 team in the state. And I know Craig Cox talked to Kyle Manthe, who is a contributor for TopSports.news after this. He said what impressed him most about this is that we were able to go into their house. We were able to get a win, and they don't get wins. He said they don't get a lot of wins against Topeka West very often because Topeka West, top to bottom, every year with Rick Bloomquist at the helm, always good. So that was a great quality win for Seaman. Girls game, yeah. The number 1 ranked 5A Seaman Vikings. Taylon Stahlbaumer went absolutely berserk in this game. She had 23 points, but it was pretty convincing from the start. 14-2 lead that extended to 17-5 lead at the end of the first quarter. You get 5 points each from Stahlbaumer, Anna Becker, and Maddie Gregg. And then they had an 18-0, going into halftime, they had a convincing lead. Then at the end of the third quarter, Seaman went on an 18-0 run. So running clock most likely at the fourth quarter, but 9 players under the scoring column for Seaman. Taylon Stahlbaumer had her 23 with 4 3-pointers. Anna Becker had 12 points, and Maddie Gregg had 10. As a team, as Kyle Manthe put, Seaman shot over 50% from the floor in that game, which you're going to win a lot of games if you're making more than half your shots. So,
yeah,
impressive performance by Seaman boys and girls getting that Seaman sweep on the night.
And then our last headline of the episode: Topeka High wins big 62-45 over Manhattan behind Kiki Smith's 25 points, which just seems like a regular thing for her at this point.
Yeah, and I put it in my story as well. It seems like it's an occurrence every single game. Kiki Smith gets 20 plus point performance is just the normal now. I think we can accept it. We've seen 30-point performances from Kiki Smith as well, but the new normal, not the new normal necessarily. The normal is Kiki Smith's going to score more than 20. Dominant. I mean, just a once in a lifetime high school player. You know, Kiki Smith is special. I know in the last episode I said if you're a Division I college, you should be knocking at the door. You should be dialing that phone and giving her a call, going to watch her games. Sensational person, great family, met them too. But yeah, no, she's just a menace on the floor. She's hard to guard, man. It's she can shoot from three just fine. She can get the fast break. She can, switch hands at any time for a layup. Excellent free throw shooter. I mean, just a dynamic basketball player. And Topeka had its way with Manhattan. The first matchup, I think it was I forgot what the final score was in the first matchup, but it was a bigger blowout than the 62-45 win that they just had. But I mean, besides Kiki Smith doing Kiki Smith things, which we all come to expect, someone that's really stood out to me as freshman Kimara Marshall. Marshall really, I mean, Brittany Redmond, the head coach for Topeka High, puts Marshall on the toughest players in the state. You think of Blue Valley, you have Jaden Wooten over there, who's an Oklahoma State commit. Marshall guarded her all game for the Firebird Winter Classic Championship that Topeka High won a couple weeks ago over in Lawrence. But Kimara Marshall is just a pesky defender. She's hard to get anything past. And then you think about the other players as well. LaDacia Baird, the starting one for Topeka High. She's awesome. She does nothing but hit threes and sets up open teammates with ease. Addison Carroll, obviously a freak athlete. If you're going to Illinois to play softball, great. Faith Shields is good as well. I mean, just this team is special in general. I think the starting five from top to bottom. Brittany Redmond is a culture changer. I like the way that she coaches, and I think a lot of people in the county would agree that they really like the way that Brittany Redmond coaches and the way that she's really put her stamp on this program. I know they took a loss later in the week to Emporia, but I think that this team is special enough that they'll clean some of some of their issues up. But yeah, they're cooking right now. So this is a really special team, and they're really fun to watch.
100%. Now for everyone's favorite segment of the week, it's the Fave Five. Number one on my Fave Five is actually Jalen Hurts because that dude is legit. That dude's legit.
Yeah.
Had a great game. If anyone on the Eagles was going to win Super Bowl MVP, it was going to be Jalen Hurts.
Number one in your heart.
I might have given it to him even though they lost.
Yeah, number one in your heart, 3 points short against the Kansas City Chiefs. But yeah, no, good for him. Second place is a good start. You're the first loser, but you learn the most. So good on you, Eagles. Good job.
All right, get out of business. Get out of business.
All right. Oh, yes.
Ready?
Yes. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you got me.
Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
I thought I'd go paper 3 times. I didn't think you were gonna.
It's so good. It feels so good.
I thought I'd stump you there, buddy.
All right, here we go. Number 5. We said it before. It's a regular occurrence. We might as well just keep putting her on the list. Kiki Smith had 25 points in a win over Manhattan. I don't want it to sound like I'm mad that she made my list. She made my list. Kiki Smith had 25 points in the win over Manhattan. She played great. Congratulations. You made my list.
Yeah, I mean, dang it, Kiki. You made the list. No, I'm just kidding.
Good again.
You're just so good. You just can't keep off the dang list. It's not our fault. My number 5, we are going to the bowling lane here. The bowling lanes, where Jalen Thetford from Seaman had to hit a complete new gear at the Washburn Triangular. Started out slow with that 133 opening series. She rallied. She took it all and finished with a 592 series and the individual title at the Washburn Triangular. So good on you, Jalen Thetford, and congratulations. You just made the list.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go over to the Topeka High School gymnasium where there's a man by the name of Isaiah Lyons. Just edged out his fellow classmate, Kiki Smith, 26 points. They did lose, but still a great performance. 26 points, 7 threes, and he had 12 points in a singular quarter. Dude went off. Isaiah Lyons, congratulations. You made the list.
Great pick. Isaiah Lyons, his dad is a cool cat, and his dad is Gio Lyons, the head coach for the Topeka High Trojans. But yeah, Isaiah Lyons was as perfect as you can ask for, especially coming off of an injury that was pretty significant. Comes back 26 points, no biggie against a league rival. No biggie. My number 4 spot. We're sticking in North Topeka here, where the Vikings, the Lady Vikings, play the game of basketball at. And you know who I'm going with this. Talon Stahlbomber, 23 points. How could I let that slide? 23 points on the night, including a couple buzzer beaters as well at the end of the first and second quarters. Come on, Talon Stahlbomber, let's go. I mean, you got to make the list after that performance, and guess what? You made the list. Good job.
Congratulations. Moving over to the mats. Let's go wrestling. Lily Blair from Shawnee Heights. She was the only champion for Shawnee Heights, even though they did win the regional. 173 to 147. Lily Blair, congratulations. You just made the list.
Love that for Lily Blair. I think she might be a first-time list maker. So great timing for it as well, Lily Blair. Congratulations to you. You made the most prestigious list in Shawnee County. I think we should start calling it the most prestigious list in Shawnee
I thought
County.
it was pretty known that it was
It's the best. Yeah, it's the best list. It's better than any list I made up for Santa Claus. It's a good one. I love it. My number 3, we're also sticking with the mats. Oh, okay. We're going with some wrestling here. Kristen Rizak, Washburn Roll. Dominant performance, regional championship victory. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, she improved to 31 wins and 5 losses with a 2-minute, 36-second victory over Taylor Beringer of Capon Mount Carmel in the 105-pound championship match. So good job, Kristen Rizak. You are on the list.
Congratulations. We're going to dive into the pool here with some swimming. Jack Miranda won the 200 freestyle for Washburn Rural and the 500 freestyle, as we mentioned. I think it's crazy. Think about swimming as fast as you can for almost 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could swim. I don't remember the last time I went swimming, like actually swimming.
Yeah, I have a lot of layers to kind of keep down. I float easy. But yeah, Jack Miranda. You know what's funny, Caleb? My number 2 spot is Miranda's teammate. That is Brogan Meyer. That is Brogan Meyer. We are diving right back into the pool. Brogan Meyer from Washburn Rural won the 100-yard freestyle and the 100 backstroke. Brogan Meyer and Jack Miranda make quite the duo. But man, what a coincidence. We get wrestling, and then we get swimming. I love it, man. I love it. But I don't know. I think we should find out, don't you think?
Let's find out. My number 1. Flying over Isaac's radar. Kendra Herla, regional wrestler of the year, regional champ. She is a 2-time, soon to be 3-time state champion. So congratulations. You made the list. I think, listen to this. You know what's crazy? Kendra Herla, regional wrestler of the year, 2-time state champ, soon to be 3-time state champ. I don't think she's ever made a Fave 5 list.
Dude, there's man. We are, well, we're not professional.
You just got 2 entries on the list because we're so disrespectful.
Yeah, so you're 1A and 1B. on the list. But yeah, no, that was we're not good. We're not professionals. We're not. We're just
Technically.
Caleb is a TV guy. All right. So Caleb, Caleb knows his stuff. All right. And me, I'm not TV guy. I plop the laptop on the lap and I get to work on the keyboard. That's all I really do. And I'm still an undergraduate in college. So, hey, Kendra Hurla, apologies. We know that you are absolutely wrestling your behind off, and we know that you would probably be one every single week. But yeah, no, you definitely deserve a 1A and 1B this week. And yeah, no, are you putting your stamp of approval on Kendra Hurla winning her third state championship?
You know what?
Here we go.
Kendra Hurla.
Let's see this bad boy. Oh, there you go. There you go. We have it. That, yep. Stamp. Awesome, man. Does that leave me for my number one?
Here's your number one. This is it.
I think that we should stay on US 24 highway, my friend. I think we should go to Silver Lake, the Eagles Nest, where Mackenzie McDaniel, 29 points in the War on 24 win over Rossville. Mackenzie McDaniel is one of the stars, one of the leaders of a stacked Silver Lake team, which you saw me if you paid attention to our basketball preview. I also wrote on a piece of notebook paper standing by with a G2 pen that said that Silver Lake was going to win the state championship. And you know why? Because Mackenzie McDaniel and Cabrin Kruger and McKinley Kruger and Mariah Farmer and the whole bunch, Taylor Ross and crew, they're just so good. But Mackenzie McDaniel, 29 points, 20 points in the second half, in a really close 3 quarters with Rossville. And so we're like, I mean, it's obvious, Mackenzie McDaniel, you made the list yet again. Congratulations.
There you go. There you go. So that will do it for this week's episode. We will be back next week, back to our normally scheduled programming, I believe, is the plan.
Yes.
Promise anything, you never know. But we will hopefully be back to our regularly scheduled show on Monday morning. But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, like and hit the bell. Isaac, you got anything else before we throw it off?
Comment, man. We don't get comments.
We don't get comments at all. First person to comment gets a stamp of approval from me.
On the next episode, you get the stamp of approval. Yeah, tell me how bad I am at my job. Like, no one, it's just a ghost zone. I see views, a couple of likes, but I don't get any feedback about how bad I'm doing. If you're telling me how bad I'm doing, that's still positive for me, because I know that you are listening and you're paying attention. So positive or negative, feel free to at Caleb and I. Also, our Twitters are right there. Feel free as well if you feel like that you are really happy or you're not very happy. Just let us know, because we love engagement. We love hearing what everybody else has to say. So with that, I have nothing more.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week.